All right, so Tory Lanez this week was denied the appeal that he put in. So he was basically trying to have his conviction overturned. He has been completing a sentence of 10 years in prison following the 2020 shooting of Meg Thee Stallion, for which he was convicted for in 2022. Now, he appealed this for many different reasons. Some to mention, he claimed that his right to testify was unfairly stopped for several reasons, including he had said that his attorneys at the time told him that like song lyrics and other damaging evidence could be used against him in cross-examination. They were worried about that. He also said that the court messed up he alleged that the court messed up in his trial because they allowed prosecutors to play that recording of the interview that Meg Thee Stallion's former best friend Kelsey Harris did when she sat down with police and she told them that Tory shot Meg, but then remember she came into court and said she didn't recall any of that. Now the judges, so this was a 3-judge panel that made this decision. The judges basically said they don't agree with any of his arguments and that they're going to uphold this conviction. They mentioned also too, remember when he was, claiming that his former attorney Sean Hawley had done a bunch of wrong things, including allegedly not allowing him to testify. The judges say that they read an email from Sean Hawley that said that she basically had told Tory Lanez and the other attorneys on the team that she wasn't comfortable with them trying to pin the shooting on Harris, who was Meg Thee Stallion's former best friend, because of some of the evidence and things that she had saw. So she backed off the case, and a judge said that they feel like she did nothing wrong by backing off of the case and deciding that strategy wasn't right. They also say that there was nothing wrong with the court at the time allowing the jury to hear Kelsey's interview with the police, because at that time when she was subpoenaed and she came in, she was given immunity, which is why she kept claiming she didn't remember anything that happened. So the recording was admissible in court and they were allowed to play it at that point because there were some inconsistent statements that needed to be cleared up. So yeah, he'll have to complete his sentence at this point.
At this point, how long you got left?
I'm not even for sure.
It feels like it's been a while.
Yeah.
He
was convicted in 2022.
Right.
Oh, that just what's about to be 2026? Damn.
Yeah.
So he got 6 more years.
When was he sentenced?
Right.
Does it start from the conviction or sentencing date? I can figure that out for you guys.
Sentencing date, right?
I can figure that out for you guys and see how much longer he has behind bars. But
I did see he was going to be up for parole at some point though.
Yeah, I mean, there's a few different options that he'll be able to still do after this, but there was a lot of people that felt like this appeal was going to be it for him. I know that from speaking to his attorneys prior to, they strongly believe that he had a strong basis to appeal as well. But, this judge panel is saying no, that they don't believe so. So, yeah, but I'll get that answer to you guys while we move on to this next story, because I want to get into the Living Single podcast.
The Reliving Single podcast, one of my favorite podcasts out there. Salute to Eric Alexander and Kim Coles.
Yes. So they sat down with Queen Latifah, and on this podcast, if you guys are not familiar, they've been here to the Breakfast Club to talk about it as well. They revisit various episodes and conversations around the show. So Queen Latifah was their guest on the show, and they talked about so many different things. One of the things that stood out first was they talked about just the fight behind the scenes to be able to do Living Single the way that they did on television. Let's take a listen to that.
Tell us a little bit of what you remember about the pilot. Do you remember if you thought then it was going to be a hit?
I always thought it was going to be a hit. A lot of things at that age is not knowledge, it's your gut instinct. And
you were 23 years old, right?
Yes.
23.
Yeah, I was, from Jersey, but I knew we had something. I mean, that was the goal. But once we got y'all, I was already like, okay, Kim Coles, this is crazy. Yvette was like on the come up, and then you, and then Kim Fields. Come on. To me, it was also the success of Martin and Fox being this kind of burgeoning network. There was space for us to grow. I mean, it was a fight because we had to fight for everything. Fight for the identity of the show. Fight for the class of the show, to show 4 different kinds of women, to show 2 different kinds of guys, to show what Black people look like who are upwardly mobile, headed towards success, struggling, to be, entrepreneurs, the whole
we were all
up and down. Yeah, we were all becoming.
Man, when I tell you I ran to listen to that podcast when I saw that pop up in my feed yesterday.
I can literally listen to her all day. I love Queen Latifah. I love Kim Coles and Eric Alexander too, though.
Yes,
I actually toured with Kim Coles. She is funny on stage too.
They discussed the episode that I don't know why I didn't remember. Maybe I didn't remember it as that was their actual mothers.
Yes.
in the episode.
Okay, I didn't know that there was their actual mothers either. But so I don't have that audio. But yeah, they talked about that, and they talked about the fact that they used their actual moms, and they talked about the fact that Queen Latifah's mom was such an advocate for all of them behind the scenes, and Queen Latifah used to be so homesick on the set. So, and her mom was like one of the only people from her family that actually came and visited her. So that was like such a heartfelt and warming moment. But the moms, everybody loved the moms. Like, they were super excited about the episode. What, Jess?
No, yo, I gotta get out this chat, yo. People crazy. Somebody gonna say Queen Latifah is the original Manny Fresh Stud. Like, why? What are y'all
shut
talking
up.
about?
Yeah, exactly. Why? Shut up. First of all, yes. And Latifah talked about having a big house in L.A.
Yes.
And how nobody from Newark would come visit her.
Yes, but when you move to L.A., everybody's so excited, and then don't nobody ever show. It's so far. It doesn't feel as far until you get there, and you're like, dang, everybody over there. But another part of the like just living single experience that they talked about was the creation of the theme song, because originally Living Single wasn't going to be Living Single. It was going to be called My Girlfriends. And Queen Latifah had originally created a song for that show, and then had to change it once they changed the name of the song. Let's take a listen to Queen Latifah on creating the theme song for Living Single.
Obviously, I come from music, so, and this is my show. I was just thinking about living single. I'm thinking about what we're doing. Like, what is it like? These 4 girls doing their thing. So a producer I know named Def Jeff, I needed him to come over and help me flesh this idea out. So I was like, I want this beat to feel like this. And then I wrote the rhyme and then chopped up, check it out. So then Stu, we went over his house with the beat, and he added like the keys.
Come on.
So that we are living, hey, single. I'm hearing that in my mind. And it was longer. Yes, we're living the single life. So I'm thinking of that.
So pretty.
But then I'm also like, keep your head up, boy, keep your head up. That's right. So I wrote the rhyme to it. And then he was like, can you do this at the end? So his part, which was a clutch part, that right there. I was like,
Yo, I love to hear artists talk about the process of making music. Even though this was a theme song, like, yo, they be into it. You can tell it's passionate. She was very passionate about music.
Yes.
That's dope.
100%.
Yeah, man. They had another great conversation too about trusting your parents and how I forgot. I think it was either Kim Cole's mom. I might have been both of them. I think it was Kim Cole's mom. How you tell your kids, as long as you tell me first,
It was Kim Cole's
you
mom.
won't get in trouble. And like that's how I talk to my daughters. Like, as long as you tell me the truth, you won't get in trouble. You won't only get in trouble for lying.
But you don't know as a kid if you really do that, if you really won't get in trouble. But she said she did it once, and she didn't get in trouble, so it created that trust.
Yeah,
with her
absolutely.
and her mom.
Absolutely.
Yes.
I love that podcast, man. You know, I love Erica Alexander, and salute to Kim Coles, and I love Queen Latifah. I have always been inspired by what Queen Latifah and Shakim have built with Flavor Unit as a production company. 2 individuals who are extremely underrated in every aspect.
Yes.
Okay. Go ahead.
No, I'm just saying, and Queen Latifah smells good. I saw her 3 times in my life. She always smelled good.
She just be
Like,
floating.
yo.
You met her before?
Yeah, I have. I
never
met her.
met her.
I actually got to say
tried.
hi to her. I was so starstruck. I didn't know what to say. And she just laughed. I'm like, yo, I'm so sorry. I met her one time in LA. I saw her in Vegas and I forgot. I think it was 2 times in LA. I was living in LA. She always smells so effing good.
Did you get a picture with her, Jess?
No, I didn't get a picture.
Did you ask for a picture?
No, nigga,
Okay.
I just asked for a hug. She gave me one.
I asked for a picture, and she said, this was like 3 years ago in LA. She said, if you take a picture, you'll have a photo of the moment, but if you live in the moment, you'll remember this experience even more. And I was like, okay, no picture.
Right.
I was
Really?
at I think it was the Standard in LA.
Yeah.
And it was like after a party. She was in a little deli area that they had.
Did
I
she
never
smell
met her.
good?
Yes, she smelled
Yeah.
good.
I would love to meet her. Jason
was
Lee,
all the things.
Jason Lee knows I love her, so he had her do a video for me one time.
That's dope.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, they're
That's
really
dope.
close.
Yep.
And,
By the way, that's a conversation I'd like to have. People always ask me who I'd like to interview because we've interviewed a little bit of everyone. Shakim and Queen Latifah together, that's an interview I would like to do.
Yes. To wrap this up, I did want to go back to the Tory Lanez questions that you guys had. Jess, you were right. So your sentence begins on the day of sentencing, not the day that you're convicted. And he is eligible for parole. And if he doesn't get parole, he'll be incarcerated until 2033, but he's not eligible until 2029. And if he does the 2033, he has 8 years left currently. So, but it depends on kind of where that falls. But yes, that's the end. And make sure y'all go check out that full conversation on the Reliving Single podcast. It is a great, heartfelt conversation. We didn't even get to all of it here, but go check it out. That's the latest for today.
All right.
Thank you, Lauren.
That's right. Now, when we come back, we're going to have the People's Choice mix. Now, Envy ain't even here. The throat monster got DJ Envy. Okay, he can't even talk, but I bet you about to listen to a mix with him talking all over it like he been here throughout the whole show. I don't know why he does this.
He pre-recorded it.
Whatever. Okay, so 1-800-585-1051. If you want to request a song, call us right now, even though it's a pre-recorded mix. But hey, you got nothing else to do with your time, right?
You be busting Envy.
It's the Breakfast Club.
Yes.
Hold up. Every day I wake up. Wake your ass up. The Breakfast Club.
Y'all finished or y'all done?